Good morning. Today is Tuesday, August 27, 2024. Today in history. On this day, 112 years ago, Edison combined the phonograph and the camera to invent a machine capable of recording both sound and video. This invention caused a huge sensation and marked the beginning of the sound era in the film industry. Welcome to today's Qingqiao Morning News. Let's start with political updates.
Venezuela's Supreme Court confirms Maduro's election victory. According to Xinhua News Agency, on August 22, Rodriguez, president of the Supreme Court of Venezuela, announced on national television that after expert review, the election materials were deemed unobjectionable and that Maduro had won re-election as Venezuela's president. Venezuelan Foreign Minister Hill stated that the Supreme Court's ruling had finalized both domestic and international doubts about the election results and urged other countries not to interfere in Venezuela's internal affairs. The presidential election took place on July 28, with the Venezuelan National Electoral Commission announcing Maduro's victory the following morning. The opposition challenged the results, leading to protests, and foreign ministers from 9 Latin American countries, including Argentina, Panama, and Uruguay, called for a review of the vote count to ensure the results reflected the will of the people. Indonesian Student Election Committee demands clear local election rules. Comprehensive news from Jakarta. On August 23, demonstrations erupted across Indonesia in response to proposed amendments to the local election law, with protests also targeting President Joko Widodo. Student organizations rallied outside the election committee, demanding clear local election rules in line with the Constitutional Court's ruling to prevent further complications. The Indonesian Constitutional Court recently overturned a Supreme Court decision, ruling that candidates for local chief and deputy chief ministers must be 30 years old at the time of registration. Subsequently, the Indonesian Legislative Council proposed amending the law to base the age requirement on the candidate's age at the time of taking office, rather than at registration. Public opinion suggests this change aims to enable Jokowi's youngest son, Kaesang Pangarep, who turns 30 in December, to run in the Jakarta Special Administrative Region chief election in November. Hezbollah fires over 300 rockets at Israel. According to the New York Times, on August 25, the Israel Defense Forces conducted a preemptive strike against Hezbollah targets in Lebanon. In retaliation for the killing of Commander Shukr, Hezbollah launched a large-scale attack on Israeli territory, firing 320 missiles into northern Israel. Hezbollah claimed responsibility for attacking 11 military bases in northern Israel with multiple rockets and drones carrying explosives. In response, Israel has declared a 48-hour state of emergency. Domestic ambulance services have raised their preparedness to the highest level, flights at Tel Aviv airport have been postponed or rerouted, and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has convened a security cabinet meeting to address the situation. $2,492-carat diamond unearthed in Botswana. According to Agence France-Presse, the second-largest diamond ever unearthed was recently discovered in a mine in northeastern Botswana, weighing 2,492 carats. The diamond was found at the Callaway Diamond Mine operated by Canada's Lucara Diamond Company. Botswana is a major diamond producer, with diamond exports being a key source of income. Prior to this discovery, the largest diamond found in Botswana was a 1,758-carat diamond, named Severo, discovered in Lukla in 2019. Small plane crash in Thailand kills 9. Comprehensive news from Bangkok. On August 22, a small plane crashed in Chachoengseo province in eastern Thailand. The police confirmed that all 9 people on board, including 2 pilots and 7 passengers, were killed. Among the victims were 5 Chinese citizens, including 2 children aged 12 and 13. Chachoengsao Province Governor Konla T. Yangtrong said authorities are investigating the cause of the crash. Some wreckage has been found, but the plane fell vertically and is buried 10 meters underground. The muddy conditions at the site have complicated search and rescue efforts. Nearly 5 million affected by floods in Bangladesh. According to Xinhua News Agency, the National Disaster Response Coordination Center of Bangladesh's Ministry of Disaster Management and Relief reported that the country is experiencing its worst floods since 2018 due to seasonal heavy rainfall. Flooding has affected 11 of Bangladesh's 64 regions, impacting nearly 5 million people. Bangladesh, with its extensive river network, has faced frequent flooding in recent decades. Monsoon rains cause widespread damage each year, and climate change is intensifying weather patterns and increasing extreme weather events. Taliban officially enacts moral code in Afghanistan. According to Reuters, on August 23, the Afghan Taliban officially promulgated a set of moral rules. These regulations mandate that women wear clothing that covers their body and face and prohibit men from shaving their beards, skipping prayers, or missing religious fasting. Drivers are barred from transporting women without a male guardian, and media outlets are required to adhere to Sharia law, which prohibits publishing images of living people. Since the Taliban's return to power in 2021, Afghan women and freedom of expression have faced increased restrictions, attracting criticism from international human rights organizations and various governments. The Taliban asserts that women's rights are a matter of internal Afghan affairs, to be resolved according to their interpretation of Sharia law and local customs.
Xinhua Finance News reports that the main industrial silicon futures contract SI 2411 recently closed at 9,595 yuan per ton, marking a 0.05% decrease week-on-week. That's all for today's Qingxia Morning News. Thanks for watching. Join us at the same time tomorrow.